If this is your first time doing face yoga, ditch the gua sha stone. Get intimate with your hands. Go wash your hands. And then allow your fingertips to touch your face, and it adds a whole new layer to your practice. You're also going to need some sort of ointment or serum, and you might think, oh, I'll just use my regular face lotion. But if it doesn't have an oil base, it's going to soak into your skin too quickly, and you're going to end up pulling and rubbing your skin when we want to glide over it. I'm feeling a little nervous, so I'm going to stimulate my vagal nerve, and my favorite way to do that, and you're welcome to join me, is to simply lower that right ear towards your right shoulder. And as you lower that right ear towards the right shoulder, let the right shoulder sink down towards the earth. Maybe you do a little shoulder circle on that side, and then as you press it down, let it hang heavy. Relaxing your jaw. Feel the stretch all along the opposite side of your neck. Can you feel it up in the jaw by the ear? If not, maybe you close your mouth or open it. And then let the jaw rest where it feels nice, and follow that stretch down towards that left shoulder and let it sink down towards the earth as well. Really lengthening through the side of the neck. And what we're doing here is we're stimulating the vagal brake. Well, every single one of your vagal nerves, but specifically the vagal brake that slows your heart rate. And you might take your opposite hand and simply press down into this band of muscle, following from the base of the ear down to the shoulder. And then instead of coming back up, lift the hand, find the base of the ear, and I'm just lifting and pressing. And you might find a spot that feels good and hang out there. Enjoy it. Right? Open, close that jaw as it feels nice. Beautiful. Release your hand from your neck. This time, we're going to lift that hand up and place it on the opposite side of the head. And maybe you use it to weight down that ear a little further towards that shoulder. Feel the powerful stretch in the side of the neck. Take a deep breath into your belly. Fill it deep all the way, and then let that breath go. Another deep breath into the belly when you're ready. And then as you exhale, lift your hand from atop your head. Let your head slowly float upright. Let those shoulders melt. Maybe you close your eyes for a moment and simply feel sensation. Maybe it's achy, maybe it's floaty or tingly, maybe it's soft. As long as it's not sharp, we'll keep doing what we're doing. When you're ready, opposite ear towards opposite shoulder. Let that ear sink down as that shoulder melts towards the earth. Maybe you find that shoulder circle like you did on the other side. And then as you press the shoulder down, relax, let it all hang heavy. As you breathe here, imagine with each inhale, the right side of the neck softening and lengthening. As you draw your breath in through your nose, can you imagine it pouring back and down into this stretch that you feel here? Each inhale draws in fresh breath into this stretch. Each exhale melts the shoulders. Maybe we take the opposite hand and once more from the bottom of the ear all the way down to the shoulder, follow that muscle. Bottom of the ear, all the way down. Lifting and pressing. Maybe you have a little oil or lotion on your fingers and you glide. stimulating that vagal nerve, inviting that deep release, that deep relaxation, keeping those deep body breaths going even when your mind gets distracted and your breath shallows. That's all right. From here, you might release that hand from the self-massage, bring it up onto the opposite side of the head, weight the head down, only if it feels good. If it doesn't feel good, keep up with that self-massage there along the side of the neck, following that muscle band from the bottom of your ear, and you can really feel it, right? It is well engaged and stretched here all the way down to the shoulder. By rubbing that muscle, we stimulate the vagal nerves that run underneath it, bringing relaxation to the body, bringing ease. You might notice the longer you hang out here, the easier the breath comes to the low belly. The more fulfilling that breath feels as you exhale. And then when you're ready, release that hand, slowly let the head rise as the shoulders melt. Once more, the eyes might close to allow the mind to notice what you feel. And be honest, if you're not feeling floaty, if you're feeling like achy in the low back, you might put a cushion up underneath your seat, extend your legs out, go sit in a chair, go get cozy on the couch or in bed. You decide. And when you're ready, we'll continue with our face yoga. We're gonna do some cat-cow, but with the neck alone. So on an inhale, lifting with the chin rises skyward and hang out here. Gently close the jaw, let your teeth settle against one another without effort. Feel the stretch here all along the front of the throat. Right here, from collarbone to jawbone, we have the platysma muscles. And these ribbon strips pull the bottom of your face down. On an exhale, lower your face down to neutral. Let me show you. The platysma muscles, they connect right here in the face. And they are gonna pull the face down, right? So when we start having like jowls, things like that, when the corners of our mouth are pulled down, these are signs that our platysma muscles have shortened, and the fascia that holds them there has also shortened and thickened. And so our opportunity here to lengthen those muscles, to lengthen and thin that fascia, comes when you inhale, when you're ready, and lift that chin skyward. Once more, feel that stretch. Breathe deep into the belly. The deeper your belly breath goes, the further we open the front line. And your front line of your body is from your chin down your throat, your chest, your belly, to your tailbone. And all of the muscle, the fascia, they're all connected here, y'all. And when we spend time, go ahead and bring your gaze back down to neutral once more. When we spend time staring at our phones, when we spend time at a desk, when we spend time scared and lonely and feeling like we don't belong, feeling anxious and depressed, our front line closes, right? It closes down. And so our work of opening it up is radical for changing neural pathways, radical for changing the shape of your face, whether or not you clench and grind your teeth at night. Like, this is powerful work. I'm gonna stop lecturing and let's start moving, y'all. Let's move with the breath. On an exhale, you're gonna tuck your chin in towards your chest, but as you do, lift through the base of the skull. And I'm gonna turn sideways so that you can see here. I'm tucking my chin in towards my chest, and then the base of my skull right here, the bottom of your occipital bone, you're gonna imagine there's a string pulling it up towards the ceiling. Really lengthening all the vertebrae at the back of the neck, and then gently tucking that chin in. And this keeps us from compressing, right? It keeps us long and tucking that chin. On an inhale of your choice, lift the chin skyward. Feel that stretch. Exhale, tuck the chin, lift the back of the head. Back and forth with the breath, you might move. Those breaths filling the belly and the chest deep if that feels good. And then on an exhale, lower the face back down to neutral. I want you to, for a moment, find your collarbones, right? And you can feel them with your fingertips. So this is where those platysma muscles, that fascia connects. We're gonna take our fingertips, press it against those collarbones, press those collarbones gently down, and then lift your chin once more. Whoo! You might notice how that stretch feels different. For me, it is 10 times stretchier in sensation. Lifting that chin, grounding those platysma muscles where they connect right there on your collarbone, and then exhale, tuck the chin, lift the back of the head once more. We move with the breath yet again. We're doing a lot more opening up our front line than we are lengthening the back of our neck. And this is strategic. This is because we spend so much more time closing down the front line than we do our back body. So our time spent in face yoga is strengthening our back body and releasing our front body in the face, the neck, and the chest. Beautiful. On an exhale, come back to neutral. All right, we're going to do a few more face yoga movements before we start our lymphatic drainage of the face, right? Our like face massage. So from any comfortable seat, with face neutral. On an exhale of your choice, tuck your chin once more. Let the forehead droop down towards the earth. Let it hang heavy even. Feeling those vertebrae lengthen at the back of the neck. And for some folks, our neck is real tight, and so it's hard to do that, to feel the stretch at the back of the neck. And so you might lean forward in your seat a little bit, and then once more drop the forehead down to really feel that stretch through the back of the neck, maybe down into the shoulders even. From here, letting the head hang heavy, you're going to turn your gaze over towards the left. So the right ear is pointed down at the floor or somewhere's the bounce. I look a little creepy right now. Surprise. Beautiful. You might notice as you turn your gaze towards the left that you feel all of this sensation on the front right side of the throat and the back left side of the neck. We're just here to notice maybe. Where do you feel stretching? Where do you feel effort as you turn your head? Jaw relaxed. On an exhale, drop your gaze down to neutral. Let the forehead hang heavy. And then when you're ready, turn it on over towards the right. Let that left ear drop. Relax your tongue in your mouth and notice, is it the front left of your throat that's engaged here? Maybe the back right of the neck. Maybe you feel it in the ears, the shoulders, the chest. Just notice. There's no right or wrong answer when you explore your own body. Taking the time to notice any answer at all is powerful as hell. On an exhale of your choice, lower your gaze back down towards the earth. On an inhale, lift tall to the top of the head, rise up. Exhale, let those shoulders melt from the ears. Be here a moment. We'll repeat that same stretch, but on the front of the neck here. On an inhale, lift the chin skyward. Feel the stretch all along the front of your throat. I'm gonna move this stuff so you can see here. All along the front of your throat. And then with chin lifted skyward, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And still that chin wants to press towards the ceiling. That right ear wants to sink down towards that right shoulder. Take a deep breath into the belly as you hold this and notice where you feel this effort. For me, I feel a stretch on the front left or the left side of my neck here. Maybe you feel both sides engaged. On an inhale, that chin lifts right back up towards the ceiling. On an exhale, maybe you drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder. That chin still lifts, reaching skyward. We're stretching into the muscles and the fascia along the side of the jaw and down into the neck and shoulders. Releasing jaw tension here. This is wonderful if you grind your teeth at night. Beautiful. On an inhale, the chin rises once more skyward, feeling these platysma muscles, these ribbons stretch and lengthen. Maybe once more your fingertips find the top of your collarbones as you pin them gently. On an exhale of your choice, lower your face right back down to neutral. Beautiful. So, we're gonna prep our face for lymphatic drainage. Now that we've stretched a lot of the muscles in the jaw and the neck, right, both front and back very deeply, we've gotten into the shoulders and it's all connected. So what you stretch up here releases tension down here. What you stretch in the back of the neck releases tension in the shoulders as well. So we're going to continue releasing those muscles, but we're going to prep for lymph drainage, like I said. So we've already gotten into this space on top of the collarbones, and you might do that once more. You have these canals, right? These blood vessels that run through here. And it is through osmosis that fluid drains. And so it's hitching a ride. Whoop. We're pushing the fluid down towards these big old blood vessels. And so when you massage the top of your collarbone or tuck your fingers just behind it, you're prepping the body for lymph drainage, right, from the face. And this is not the only area that drains lymph fluid. There's also one behind the ear. So when you are ready, peace sign your fingers. You're gonna slide it up on either side of your ear. And then I'm just gonna release my hands because this is how I do it at home. You're not gonna rub your fingers against your skin. You're gonna anchor your fingers down against your skull and push, right? You're pushing and pulling in a circle all of that tissue. So my fingers remain where they are on my face and neck, and I am making big circles. So not only does this help release jaw tension, but we are also prepping our body for all of that lymph fluid, all of the fluid that gets stagnant in our face, that causes puffiness. We're gonna invite it to drain by increasing circulation in these key areas. So go ahead and release those fingers when you're ready. So we've prepped behind the collarbone, we've prepped behind the ear. Our next step is with clean hands. Actually, no, not anything yet. Our next step is to pull our hair a little bit. I don't always do this, but it feels so good. Okay, if it's your jam, if it's not, don't worry about it. You take a handful of hair right here about the temple area, between the temple and the ear. We take a handful of hair and we grip the hair at the base of the skull, and so at the base of the scalp. And if you don't like to grip your hair, you might simply press the heels of your hands in to your scalp. So from wherever you are, we're gonna pull that hair and then make little circles. Gentle pulling of that hair It's gonna lift the hair, lift the skin gently off the scalp, giving just an extra feel good here. And then release, and we're gonna follow the curve of our ear, grabbing at about the midpoint, right? Really getting the base of the hair and making circles. And if that doesn't feel good, you just press the heels of your hands in. Same circles. Beautiful. We have this beautiful U-shaped muscle, and we're following this U shape all around the ear. So grabbing at the very base of the ear, base of the skull, making little circles. It's that feeling, you know, when you get your hair pulled and it feels so good. We're offering ourselves that tonight. Beautiful. For good measure, you might take here at the crown and do the same thing. Just make a fist right at the root of the hair and then make little circles. Ooh, moving our scalp all around, releasing this big strip of muscle that runs from the back of the neck to the forehead, right? All the fascia that connects all these juicy bits. Maybe we grab here at the base of the skull, right in the back. Same thing. Circles, circles, circles. Sometimes it hurts if you don't get all your hair right at the base, right at the scalp. And if that's the case, yet again, pressing those fingertips or just the heel of your hand in. And then when you're ready, release the hands. Beautiful. From here, maybe you wash your hands, maybe you don't, but we're gonna get whatever lubricant for our face that we've decided. So whatever serum, whether it's a solid oil-based serum, like this is coconut oil and shea butter. It has sandalwood and bergamot in it. It was made by a friend of mine who's a naturopath whom I love dearly. This is also made by my friend, but you can see here the ingredients in it are pretty chill. There's olive oil, argan oil, vitamin E oil, geranium essential oil, and wild orange essential oil. So you can make your own and you can look them up online, or you can buy oil serums online. But this is what, oh, thank you. This is what we're using. So if you're gonna use a gua sha stone, keep it close by, and then pick your medicine, whether you're using the liquid serum or the solid serum. We're gonna get a fair amount. Like, too much is better than too little. Because of the work that we're doing with the skin on our face, we do not want to pull the skin on our face. And so we are turning our face into a slick, serum-y, a slicky slick, serum-y skate rink for our fingertips tonight. And I'm gonna get even more. My face is thirsty. I'm gonna listen to it, and then all the way down the throat as well. So from jawline down to those collarbones. Don't forget from under the ear down towards the outside edge of that collarbone as well. A just really generous disbursement of whatever you're using. And then don't forget, oops, your lips. I didn't mean to do that. Don't forget your lips. How many times have I done that in class and not known? Oh Lord. Ooh, we're not gonna think about that. All right. Having the oil fully dispersed on the face, what happens is this. Lymph drainage always goes from the outside in towards the core of the body. So it doesn't matter whether we're doing the face or the legs, we're going from the outside in towards the core of our body and encouraging all that fluid to head down where the blood gets recycled, shoop, in the core of the body. So I'm going to start with my fingertips, and then I'm going to show you how to use a gua sha stone to do this same thing. When we treat our face, we always pick an anchor point. One hand becomes the anchor. I'm going to create an anchor with my 4 fingertips at the midline of my forehead. One hand becomes the anchor to keep the skin taut, and the other hand becomes our tool. I'm going to take my other 4 fingertips, meet my anchor, press down firmly directly against my forehead, and then I'm pulling out towards my temple. Coming back into that point, right? We're keeping this flow in one direction down towards the ear and the throat where we warmed up those spots for lymph drainage. If we're using our gua sha stone, we take the longest, flattest edge and we're using it. I love gua sha stones, y'all, because it's like a squeegee. All right. This last time, we're gonna pull all the way to the temple, and then we're gonna continue down the side of the face, down the throat to the collarbone. One last time, anchor in, pull all the way down the side of the face, down the jaw, find that muscle band, and then meet at the bottom of the collarbone. And now we switch sides. The truth is, I should do this to just one side for y'all, but since we're together, it makes a huge difference. Pin at the midline, find your anchor, and then squeegee. It's very romantic to the temple. When we do this, you can do this 5 times, you can do this 20 times. It's however much time you want to spend on your body or however much your body is asking for it. And then these last 2 times, find your anchor, sweep all the way down the side of the face, down to that collarbone, right? If we're gua sha stoning, we just turn the stone to keep that squeegee. Beautiful. So we've done the forehead. Let's get into the eyebrow. So we're gonna pin our middle finger or our first finger at the start of one of our eyebrows, and then taking our other finger, really firmly draw circles from one end to the other. If you have a gua sha stone, what you're gonna do instead is press the long blade edge into your eyebrow and saw back and forth until we reach the outside edge. Beautiful. We're just getting into that little muscle band strip here. And then switch sides, anchoring, and we're either pressing, really pressing in, or we're squeegeeing, or we've got a gua sha stone sawing up and down to the outside. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. From here, we love on our 11s, and our 11 lines are these bad boys right here. They make an 11. I love my 11s. So for an 11, you're just gonna make a hook. You're gonna press the largest flat edge of your finger against the base of the top of the bridge of your nose, I should say. And then pressing firmly. This is the only one that we move up with. We're following the muscles to find that release. Plus, this can feel really, really good if you tend to furrow your brow a lot, which I absolutely friggin' do. Yeah, anchoring. Anchoring is super important. We don't want to stretch our skin. We want to love on it and be delicate with it. All right, go ahead and release. Moving down the face. So we can use fingertips or a gua sha stone, and we are going to again anchor at our nose, and this time I'm just going to place my fingertip on the side of my nose, and I kind of like pull my nose over to the side so I can get really deep access here to my nostril crease. And then here in the nostril crease, I'm going to take 2 or 3 fingers, and I'm just going to start wiping, right? I'm finding like a firm wipe. And this is great if you have congestion in there, right? Not just in your skin, but even in your sinuses. And so we're doing this. And then I'm going to keep my anchor, press these fingertips in solid, and then following my cheekbone all the way up to my temple, right? And then coming back to my anchor point, following the bottom of that cheekbone ridge all the way up to the temple. Let's do this twice more. Relaxing through the jaw as you do. You might dig those fingertips in sweetly one more time and then pull. And on this last one, pull all the way down to that collarbone. Beautiful. Gua sha, if you're using your gua sha stone, looks like this. Woo. And then you flip the stone to pull it down. Gua sha, translated, means make red, which is exactly what we're doing. And you're looking like, oh no, I don't want my face to be red. Yeah, you do. You do. Can you see the difference already? I don't want my face to be red, but you do. We're inviting blood flow to the surface. So let's switch to the other side. We're gonna pull our nostril over, and then using our fingertips, we're just gonna gently pull from that nostril crease. And then maybe you anchor all three, follow that cheekbone, the cheekbone to the temple. Sometimes I say jawbone, but that's not what I mean. Do what I do, not what I say, friend. All right, once or twice more, nice and firm. We glide the fingertips over the skin and then turn, pull it down the side of the face, down the neck to the collarbone. One more time. Down the side of the face, down the neck to the collarbone. Here's the part that everyone loves most, when we squeegee the jaw. So for everyone, whether you have a, if you have a roller, you can absolutely use this. Yeah, your silicone sculpting tools for cake decor will 100% work. Yes, yeah, there are no rules. Anything can be a yoga prop, a face yoga prop if you let it. So we're going to work the jaw now. And again, we're gonna pin and pinch. And what I'm doing is I'm not pinching straight back. I'm pinching so that my thumb is gliding along my jawline as I pinch it. So anchoring the mid-chin and then pulling and really allowing your thumb to dig up underneath that jawline as you pinch to the base of the ear. If at any point you need more oil, if it starts to feel pulley, do it. We would so much rather have you dripping in facial serum than pulling on your skin. As you do this, can you feel your skull? Can you feel your mandible? We're gonna get in touch with our beautiful body, right? Feel that mandible as you squeeze all the way up that jawline. Beautiful. Then pause up at the ear, and with a knuckle, open your mouth, find the hump. You can feel right here. Oh, thank you for the gifts, love. Treasure. Oh, you're a treasure. Open it up, find that muscle, soften the jaw, and then go ahead and make circles here. Love it on that big band of muscle here that gets all thick and tense when we grind our teeth. All right, a few more times. We're gonna pinch the jawline, following back to the ear, except for this time when you get to the ear, turn your hand into a gua sha stone, press that fluid down into the collarbone. So pinch, let your thumb follow the jawline all the way to the ear, open your hand up, slide that fluid down behind the collarbone. And then let's do it on the other side. Isn't it nuts? Can you see? All right, so on the other side of the face, anchor, find your anchor point, pinch, and let that thumb glide along the inside of that jawline all the way back towards the ear. Coming back to your anchor point, softening and relaxing your jaw, letting your tongue float in your mouth. I love that it feels amazing. It so does. Abhyanga self-massage, what we're doing right now is a practice of deep self-love. Really taking time to feel your own body, to nurture and love on yourself. All right, for the next few times, actually wait for a moment, pause, find the knuckle on that big bulge of muscle here and give it a good rub. Maybe you open and close your jaw a little intuitive movement here. Really getting in there for folks that grind their teeth at night or that find themselves clenching their jaw. That is a trauma response, my friend. And it's through repetitious release that we undo those patterns. When you're ready, twice more, we come back to the jaw, pinching, anchoring at the chin, pinching, gliding that thumb all the way back along the jawline, and then turning our hand into a blade, pressing that pinky down. So we're squeegeeing the fluid down here behind the collarbone. All right, last time, or not, do it as many times as you like. And squeegee, pull. Beautiful. Okay, we want to get even more into the jawline. Cool, do it. You can take the outside of your fingers, tuck it up underneath your jawline, pressing pretty firmly, and then pull down towards the collarbone. So press it up underneath the jawline. You can do it from ear to chin. Pull down. And as we're doing this, Abhyanga says, don't forget behind the ear. So tucking the blade edge of your hand in, pulling down into that little hollow here. Maybe a few more times. Feels so good. Nobody knows your body like you do. All right, switching sides, making a blade out of your hand, tucking it up underneath the jaw, pulling it down towards the collarbone. Grabbing any and all additional facial serum to make this a smooth, sweet, non-skin pulling adventure. And then when you're ready, that same blade edge tucks up behind the ear, pressing against the neck. We squeegee down towards the outside edge of that collarbone. A few more times. All right. So that, my friend, has completed the face yoga aspect of what we're doing. And you can do everything that we've done tonight with your face. You can do it every night before bed. You can do it once a week. You can do it with me here whenever we do it. But our face deserves the same love that the rest of our body does in our movement practice. And so this is such an incredible opportunity to do that. Oh, thank you, British Nightingale. It was amazing. For the rest of Abhyanga, I'm gonna put my hair up. And I'm gonna put my hair up because we're going to be putting oil or lotion on the rest of our body. And it's gonna go on the back of our neck. So, full body Abhyanga. Here we go. Oh, Nicole, thank you. I used to teach an in-person face yoga class, and some of my favorite work to do, because watching people come in and be like, face yoga, that's weird, but like, if my body can't do yoga, it can probably do face yoga, right? And then they show up and they don't realize that what we're doing is like self-love spa treatment. All right. So for our practice of Abhyanga, we're taking the lymphatic drainage that we did through the face and the neck, and we're inviting it into the whole of our body. Oh, Shmito, I'm gonna try so hard to post this on YouTube. Yes, because we deserve it. But even more so, I should just make some YouTube videos that are this for folks to watch. So for Abhyanga, you're gonna grab body lotion or a body oil, whatever is your favorite. It's not going on your face or neck, so it doesn't have to be comedogenic. It can smell good. It's whatever brings you joy. Traditionally for Abhyanga, we use hot oil. And for hot oil, they would take a container of oil and immerse it in hot water and then pour the oil into their hands. And the warm oil adds to the layer of awareness in your body, right? Like instead of the cool sensations of your hands, now it's the warmth of the oil, which invites a further relaxation to your muscles. It also increases circulation. I'm not using warm oil tonight. I'm going to use just regular body oil. And so we'll start by taking a generous amount of oil or lotion into our hands, and we're gonna warm it up. That's right, friction, baby. When we don't have an oil warmer, we become an oil warmer. So friction it up. Aw, thank you for the gifts. You all bless me. We're gonna heat up that oil, and then once you feel that warmth in the palms of your hands, you're gonna take it and you're gonna place it at the base of your neck and shoulders, just like this. Take a deep breath into the belly and the body as you hold it there, and then press your fingertips in hard and drag your hands back towards the front of your body. Beautiful. Let's do it again. Plant the fingertips at the back of the neck, press firmly, drag forward towards the collarbone. Once or twice more, pressing firmly as far back as those fingertips want to reach, and then drag them forward. Beautiful. This time, we're going to take one or both of our hands, squeezing at the base of the neck and pulling up to the base of the scalp. And I'm going to turn so that you can see. I'm squeezing at the base of my neck, pulling up towards my scalp. This is the one place in which we will not be pressing down our lymph fluid, because I don't know how to do that. So here we are. And really let the palms of your hands glide across your shoulders and up the neck. Maybe you switch sides. Deep breaths into the belly and the heart center. Invite love. Invite appreciation for all of our hard work and our efforts. From here, we're gonna move, draining the arms, and then from the chest down to the belly. So starting with your left or right arm, we're gonna move from the tips of the fingers all the way up into the shoulder. So grabbing as much more oil or lotion as you might need. I'm gonna take a moment to warm mine up again. And then for Abhyanga, we start with each fingertip and we squeeze gently and we make twisting motions. Just like this, a gentle pressure. Maybe you like a firm pressure, you decide. Nice circular motions, and then switching fingers. Sherry, I will post this on YouTube afterwards. Yes, I will download it and post it tonight. And we will do this again. We will do this again. This looks, now that I think about it, mildly inappropriate, but we don't have to think about that. I am 12 years old inside at any given time. It's the ADHD in me, y'all. When you've finished with your fingers at your own damn pace, do not let me rush you. Move on up to the wrists. Nice wrist circles. Squeezing as much or as little feels good. And then move towards the upper half of the wrist here. Beautiful. From here, we're just gonna rub the skin upwards towards the elbow. And like I said, keep your lotion on you because you're gonna keep going back for more. You're gonna keep needing more, keep getting as much as you need. And then when you find yourself up at the elbow joint, we're gonna again make circles. So I'm just rubbing the joint, giving it some love. And then when you're ready to move on, sweeping up the outside of the arm, the back of the arm. You might even lift your arm up overhead, further encouraging this fluid to drain back into the body. Beautiful. And if you don't have lotion, And you still want to do this. Instead of rubbing, you're going to make little cups on your hands like this and do patting. It's a little jigglier, but it gets us to the same place. Increased circulation, increased lymph drainage in the body. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to rub that shoulder joint, same circular motion. I'm going to pull my strap aside here and just show you. I'm tucking my thumb down into my armpit and I'm just rolling up, same circular motion. Beautiful. Switching sides when you're ready, starting with the hands or the hand on the opposite side, that thumb. We make circles, right? With every joint, we're doing a circular massage. Moving from finger to finger as your body is asking you for. Ooh, maybe it pops. All right, when you're ready, and only when you're ready, we move from our pinky to our wrist. And listen, if you're rubbing yourself and you're like, I don't know, man, the palm of my hands is just like, I'm craving rubbing that. Do it. Do it. Alexa, ASMR, I love it. All right, when we're ready to move on from the wrist, we're pulling up the forearm, all around the arm. And then we're moving up to that elbow joint. Circular massage. Deep breaths into the belly. I'm going to grab some more lotion. And then from the elbow, we're sweeping up the whole circumference of your arm. Right? We're not here to forget any little bit. Especially on the underarms here. So where we have what we call like problem areas, they're not problem areas. We don't need to call them that. But people feel like that way because the skin is loose and wobbly. That's because you have lymph tissue underneath here. The same goes for your inner thighs and your outer hips. Lymph tissue holds a lot of fluid and it's soft. It needs to be. And so we encourage that lymph fluid to drain by really giving it a good massage. And then when you're ready, finding that shoulder joint, tucking the thumb into the armpit, circular massage. Maybe you come onto that shoulder cap. Ooh, if your deltoid needs a little love, making it your own. Abhyanga is a practice of self-love. And so our goal tonight is not pain. Our goal tonight is exploration and pleasure. All right, from here, we're gonna move the fluid from the collarbones and the outsides or the insides of the shoulders down in towards the chest. And so to do that, I'm just gonna get some oil on both of my hands and I pull from side to side. So anchor your hand, pull it down towards the heart center. Anchor your hand, pull it down towards the heart center. You might, I like to grab my little pitties here, right? We're massaging from that collarbone down into the heart center. Encouraging all that fluid to flow in to the torso, getting recycled by the body. Beautiful. If you're at home and you're doing Abhyanga in your own time, we would put oil here, massage towards the heart center, and you would also do your breast tissue all the way around in a circumference. So you're welcome to do that anytime you please, but I can't with you tonight. So we're gonna move on towards our tummies. Abhyanga on the belly. I'm gonna move so that you can see me, and hopefully this works. We'll see. Abhyanga on the belly. I'm gonna show you my tummy, y'all. This is her, and she's so cute. Ooh, hello. Again, finding lotion and oil in the palm of the hands. We're gonna start in the upper right-hand quadrant of the belly, and we're gonna go over top the belly button to the left side and down. And so we're making these big circles from the right, up, down to the left, up on the right, down on the left. And what we're doing here is we're encouraging our digestive system. Yes. Oh, I hope that this is always a safe place. So we're encouraging our digestive system. We're breathing deep into our belly. And you don't have to look at yourself to do this. You can just close your eyes and feel your own body. And as you do, know that you have power, energy running through the palms of your hands. And if you want to pour love out on your belly as you make these big, beautiful circles, do it. Let it pour from the palms of your hands through every cell, every fiber of your being, loving on your sweet, lovable belly. We move from the belly to the back. So, I know, it looks like I'm gonna strip on TikTok. I'm not, I promise. I'm gonna try my best not to. I've got a bathing suit on underneath this. So from here, on our back sides, y'all can see my burn that I got earlier. It's a long story involving a soup pot. A long story involving a soup pot. So here, we're just gonna press our palms at the spine, dig the fingertips in, and pull towards the front. So pressing those fingertips in, pulling towards the belly. As much or as little as you please. You might even get down into your hips as you come forward towards the belly. Right? Dig those palms in. Love on those hips. All the way down. Wonderful. All right. If we're at home alone, you can do a pubic bone rub. So if I lift up my fupa, the flesh right underneath it, you just rub it like this. Draw it up into the body. So let's move down to the legs. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'm like, I should pause and read comments from you beautiful humans. All right. So, just like with the arms, when we self-massage the legs, we start at the toes and we bring it up into the thighs. And this is gonna take a fair amount of lotion because I got a fair amount of thigh, y'all. So from here, starting with the toes of the feet. Again, we're gonna find that big toe and make those circles, right? These circles, and then on your next toe, little circles. All the way till the pinky toe itself gets a little love from you. Wonderful. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna squeeze our feet and pull up. Squeeze and pull up. And you might do it just like this, squeezing and pulling up, right? Squeezing and pulling up. You might do the top of your foot and then the bottom of the foot, really squeezing that heel, giving it some love. Squeeze and pull up towards the ankle. And then once you get to the ankle, again, finding those C-shaped massages, right? I'm trying to get you to see my ankle. So I'm like, look, I'm massaging it. So those C shaped. Just like that. From the ankle, lots of lotion or oil on the hands. We're gonna press firmly into the shin at the top of the foot and pull up the body. Do that a few more times at the shin, like a squeegee. Pull up the body. You might move with the breath. Exhale to lower it, make space in your belly. Inhale to rise using the power of your breath. And then move it on over towards the back. And I just cuff the whole of my calf and move it on up. So I'm cuffing the whole of my calf, massaging it on up. Beautiful. Using as much lotion as you need. We don't want to pull on the skin too much. We want to love on ourselves and be generous with ourselves. And then after we're done with the knee, the upper thigh, oh, thank you for the gifts, Lighthouse. The upper thigh is going to ask for some more love and attention because we have all of this lymph tissue right here. Some people call that saddlebags. I call them lovely hips. And then we have, oh, the jellyfish. Oh, I love jellyfish. We have all this lymph tissue here. So both of these are going to require our love and attention this evening, because if these don't get movement, if they don't get massage, if they're not touched, if they're not loved on, that fluid remains stagnant. So grabbing all the lotion or oil that you might need, knowing you can always go back for more. We're going to start on the outside of the knee. So massaging the outside of the knee here, you find this little strip of muscle. Your IT band joins right here. You might give it a good little rub. And then following that IT band, again, I'm squeegeeing using the blade edges of my fingers, my pinkies. We're gonna squeegee all the way up the thigh. And you might enjoy the squeegee, or you might take the palms of your hands and do the same thing. So palms of the hands, or the sides of the fingers. Sometimes if our hands ache, using the squeegee works better. And so we're gonna massage from the outside of that knee all the way up to the outside of the hip, just like this. Beautiful. I'm gonna get more lotion and we'll move to the inside. Same routine, starting at the inside of the knee. Your gracilis attaches here, so that might feel sensitive, right? And then moving up the inner thigh to the groin. And again, you might make those blade edges and squeegee, or you might just massage and pull. All of this, like you're trying to pull the fluid up towards the groin, back into the body to be recycled. Wonderful. All right, switching sides of the body, we're almost done. We're gonna massage the toes of your opposite leg. Finding those toes, these circular motions with every joint in the body. Just keeping it easy on us. Moving from toe to toe at your own pace. Relaxing your jaw. Deep breaths into your belly. And then when you're ready, we move from the toes to the top of the foot, squeegeeing or sliding upward towards the ankle. Everything moving the fluid up the leg. Maybe we do the bottom of our foot now as well. Squeezing that heel can feel really nice. And then from here, that C circular joint massage. This is gonna feel so good. You might take your fingertips to the outside of your ankle and just make little circles here, following the whole edge of that ankle bone all the way around. And then when you're ready, grabbing more lotion because y'all need it. You're gonna pull from your shin, press, pull up to the knee. Heading back down to the bottom, we pull and invite all that fluid up while massaging the muscles, releasing tension, increasing blood flow, which means increasing oxygen, which means increasing cell regeneration. And then when you're ready, cuff the bottom of the leg, pull up. So we're massaging that calf. I've got bruises everywhere. I don't know if you guys can see. This is the life of a yogi. I'm covered in bruises. All right. At your knee, using both hands, every joint finds that circular massage. And maybe you do it above the knee joint, really massaging those thumbs into the top of that or above the kneecap can feel really good. Maybe you switch and find those circles below the knee joint, really pressing beneath the kneecap. What feels good to you? Oh, thank you for the gifts. And then from the knee, we're going to prioritize the outside of the thigh and the inside of the thigh, because that is where our lymph tissue lives, that softness that kind of blows up and puffs up when it holds a lot of liquid. So I'm going to get extra oil, extra lotion for this very large, dry part of my body. And then starting at the outside of your thigh, where your thigh meets your knee, giving it a good rub. Pulling up towards the hip. Maybe you blade edge those fingertips, pulling that fluid towards the hip. Maybe you use the flats of your hands. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it. You could even do this laying down. Beautiful. From here, we'll move towards the inside of the thigh. Once again, massaging from the outside of your knee up in towards the groin. For as much or as little as you like. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You can continue rubbing on, massaging, lotioning, stretching, whatever feels good to you.